And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into RTN Channel 5's coverage of Rowan Profs Division II Men's Ice Hockey. I'm Mark Etchelli alongside my broadcast partner, Andrew Torres. And Andrew, this is perhaps the biggest game of the Rowan Prof season. Obviously, the opponent, the Penn State University Ice Lions, not the Nittany Lions, of course, because this Penn State team is the ACHA Division II affiliate of Penn State University. But not only is it just the opponent, the Profs just recently, this past Sunday, traveled to Annapolis, Maryland, where they beat the Naval Academy by a final score of 8-1, getting to 15-0, which is the best start in program history. It's been a great season for Rowan.
And that's what they're looking to continue tonight. They're writing history as we're moving along. It's going to be exciting to see tonight. We're looking to see if they're able to maintain speed, focus. It's all about keeping their game as simple as possible. Making sure that they're continuing the success, doing the things that made them successful this year. That's what they're going to be looking to do tonight. I don't expect anything different, although it's going to be a challenge from Penn State. We'll see what happens.
It certainly will be, and of course this Profs team led by its starting two lines. You can really interchange the two. You talk to head coach Dan Diamante, and the thing he says about this team is the reason they are where they are is because they have two top-tier lines. A lot of teams are lucky enough to have one top-tier line that really separate themselves, but when you are able to have two, it makes it a lot harder for other teams to handle, which attributes to the 15-0 record. And obviously one of the biggest attributions to this team, Ryan Conlon leads the team in points with 40-plus on the season, and Bobby Penrod and Chris Conlon not far behind either.
Well, and that's the thing. Like you look at, like you said, most of the time when a team is going into a matchup, they look for that top line to stop. Their best defensive pair is going to be playing most of the game against that top line. But when you have one team that has two teams that you have to stop, you're rotating defensive units all the time. You're looking for matchups, and it's a strain on your team. And that, again, like you said, has been the biggest difference for the Profs this season, going all the way for 15 games straight. It's that ability to not just have success with those guys playing together, but it's the rotation of the lines. Everybody's being able to play with everybody, and that's what's making the difference for the Profs.
And meanwhile, for the Penn State University Ice Lions, having a solid year so far as a team. Top two scorers on the team, Adam Alavi and Matt Wickman. They've really carried this Penn State offense through the season up to this point.
Well, and that's the thing the Profs are going to be looking to do. It's you want to identify who their top players are and what you can do to stop them, whether they play a physical style, whether it's a speed style through the neutral zone into the offensive zone. It's what you're going to be looking for. I think the Profs defense has done a phenomenal job this year. And like I said before, I don't think there's going to be much difference between the results that we saw earlier in the season and the result tonight.
And the Profs defense has certainly been amazing, but how about that goaltending? When you have a dynamic duo of starting goaltenders that you can rotate, and A.J. Colella and Kyle Rink, those two have been phenomenal between the pipes for the Profs, and they look to continue the Profs' winning ways here tonight with another victory.
Well, and good goaltending, especially when you have two, that's how your coach can sleep at night. Basically, when you know you're going into a matchup, and it doesn't matter who you put into the net, you know you're going to come away with the best goaltending effort that you can ever get as a coach, and that's what you can look for. Rowan has known that all season long, and no matter who Rowan starts tonight, I'd expect a solid start in net for sure.